What is going on, boys? Today we are starting the video off in my favorite drift car in the world. That is not an exaggeration, and I'm honestly super jealous because in a couple weeks this is gonna be one of your guys'. Check this thing out. Alright, boys, unless you live under a rock, you know this is Jordan's RK Tunes F80 drift car. Now, he's asked so many people, including myself, he's like, yo, what do you guys think about me doing a giveaway on this F80? I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Like, this car is sick. Yeah, this car makes 500 horsepower. It's got the S55, the same engine as my M2. Like, this is second gear. You ready for this?
Small wheel spin.
Like, the thing is an absolute demon, dude. And right now, I convinced Jordan, I'm like, yo, if I'm making a video on this thing, let's make the multiplier crazy. He's doing a 30 times multiplier right now for this video. So to enter for your chance to win this 2015 F80 drift car. And if you're not into drifting, he also said that he's willing to make the car not as much of a drift car. Like, he'll set it up way different for you. But I will say this, dude, like, ever since he let me drive this car in Florida, if you guys like watch all the videos, you know that I kind of stole this car once from him. I fell in love with it. And like, this car as a drift car is nuts. This is just a flex beyond flex.
Oh, beyond.
You know?
Chops Teslas, dude.
Dude, it's sick.
Yeah.
The power band is just like, this is fourth gear.
Yeah.
Like 50% throttle.
It's got a great stomach fit.
You know how much these seats are? $5,000.
And they look fantastic.
And how comfy is it?
Incredible. I'd sit in this for at least 10 hours.
I'm doing this promotion obviously to help my boy Jordan out, because the dude built my E30. Like, every time I need something, like, he's always there for me. Like, Jordan, he didn't even charge me to build my E30, and like, he didn't ask me to say that, but I'm just telling you, like, that's just the kind of guy he is. He just likes to help people out. If you want to support this giveaway and you want a chance to win this thing, I highly recommend you do it now, because it's 30 times entries. And
who wouldn't want this in their driveway?
It's crazy because I own an M2, and like, when I drive around my town, I don't think about it, but when I was driving the F80 the past couple days, I was like, dude, like, I grew up here driving like a Geo Prism, and now I'm in this stanced F80 drift car. This thing's got full bolt-ons making 500 horsepower. I'm like, dude, like, life's crazy.
Yeah.
Sadly, I can only have this dream for about 2 more days. This can be your life. So I highly suggest go down in the description below, check out his merch, 30 times entries, get on it, because this is a sick car. What's the neck mat? Come on, that's exaggerated. Yeah. Do it for real.
All right. That's actually me trying to hold it back.
It's even, my neck's even going too.
Love it. So good.
Such a good car. It is chaos here currently. Drift Week is starting in less than a week, and to be honest, I was so occupied with getting this car good, which, by the way, we fixed one problem and a new problem happened, so I had to one night over something, just kind of praying that that's gonna fix the problem. I talked to a bunch of people and stuff, but we're not gonna get into that. That's not interesting. Anyways, I was getting this set up for a couple buddies that are coming from New Zealand, Ryan and Zach. Calvin was supposed to come, but Calvin ended up having some like family stuff, so he wasn't able to make it. Sadly, I'm really bummed because I really wanted Calvin to come. But on another note, we're trying to figure out some things. If you guys watched last video, you know that we're trying to get that 350Z ready for Drift Week, and that's still 100% a thing. I've reached out to multiple companies. A couple companies got back to me. I've made multiple carts, and we've made plans, and plan is absolutely insane. Maybe I'll go in depth in a little Patreon video if you guys want to check that out. It'll be down in the link below, but it's just absolute chaos, so we're not going to get into it right now. But I'm creating a fail-safe right now with Chuck over here. You guys know we've been having a lot of trouble with these oil lines, and I've been trying to route it as best as possible, and I went to another performance shop. There's no fitting that will literally work with this setup, so we ended up kind of just making it work, running them through the back, creating this little loop right here, running a bunch of fire sleeves, tucking it out of the way of everything that we possibly can. Like, it's definitely close, but I mean, before it was hitting, so this is definitely a lot better, and we actually ended up getting it all done, routing it to the filter, routing it to the cooler, and that's finished. So that's all good. We still have to zip tie up all this stuff. We have to replace this flexi, which came in, so we're gonna cut this off, extend that, and then I just got a brand new V-band. Once we extend the little flexi right there, this will work perfectly. Tie it up with a V-band, she'll be beautiful. And then really, I just need to put a power steering pump on, which I got yesterday. So other than that, this car should be ready to go. Now here's the interesting part. This is my fail-safe, meaning if we can't get the 350Z done in time, this car is gonna be ready to go. Now, I made a deal with Nils. I have a bunch of tires, and you're not allowed to use a truck and trailer on Drift Week. I've gone away with it a couple times, but this time I'm definitely not gonna be able to get away with it. I talked to Nils, I was like, yo, what are the odds that you can make me a hitch for my E36 drift car? He's like, send me a couple pictures. I'm like, it's kind of sketchy. Like, can you make this happen? He's like, oh, hell yeah, give me a couple tires, bring the car down, and we'll get this thing welded up for you, and you can tow anything you want. I'm like, okay, well, he didn't say anything you wanted, but what I want is we're gonna be towing, hold on, this 12x7 enclosed trailer behind the LSE 36. Now, the more and more I go into detail about it, the more I think about it, the more sketchy it sounds, so I'm gonna just stop talking about it and pretend everything's fine. I know the V8 is capable of it. I don't know if the chassis is gonna love towing a 3,000 pound trailer behind it. I think that's weighs more than the car, but I don't know. We're gonna get the hitch installed regardless. We're gonna see how it feels. If it feels safe enough, we're gonna go for it. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna just buy a new trailer. I mean, I'm gonna put it on. Got really good credit now, building up to an 800 credit score. Get a small trailer, put on the credit, and we'll call it a day. First things first, we gotta get this thing set up. We're gonna finish this car and get this thing ready to be driven to Nils. Oh, the safety squints?
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
All right, boys, so we got Zach here, fucking Kiwi. How long did you travel?
16 hours.
16 hours. And why are you here?
Work on drift cars.
Yeah, Zach's here to work at some drift cars. Zach is here for Drift Week. Sadly, you guys know Calvin couldn't make it, but Zach and Ryan, I met them in New Zealand. They helped me out a lot when I was doing Drift Week and stuff, and me and Zach, we hung out a lot and stuff, partied a little bit, and honestly, it was a killer time, and I wanted to kind of show my gratitude. I was like, hey guys, come over here. We got this 370Z, and to be honest, I was stressing a little bit because I was like, dang, the Z's kind of still a piece of shit. I kind of told these guys they could drive this car and it's not working, and now they're here and it's still not working, but it's fixed. It is 100% fixed. Me and Zach just went on literally an hour cruise last night, and this car is now 100%. Ryan over from New Zealand, he ended up getting a few sponsors for Drift Week because it is expensive. It's really expensive to fly here and stuff, and the dollar in New Zealand is a lot less than the American dollar, so it's like they're almost spending double to be here for the next couple weeks. So I told Ryan, I was like, dude, no problem. You could put a livery on the car. Anything to kind of help out. And he got a livery. He brought it with him on the plane and everything. And he is about to set that up right now. But the Z is now good. And now it was onto the LS car. So you guys saw last clip, I was talking to you about like we had to finish welding the exhaust. We had to do a bunch of things. And all of that is done. The oil lines are finished. The exhaust is completely done. Chuck did a killer job welding that all together. I'm gonna show you right now. As you can see, we added the flexi right there. He got some fancy welds over there. We changed out the V-band flanges because the flanges were a little different on this side. So we got the same flange on both ends, and we got the oil lines all figured out, all routed. We've already drove this car, tested it. It doesn't leak. We got the new power steering pump in. All of that is good. None of that leaks. So you guys know I got sponsored by Silver Coilovers. Big shout out to Silver for actually hooking me up with a set of coilovers for the drift car. But they are true coilovers, and there is something bad about the E36. When you transfer it over to true coilovers, I'm gonna let Zach explain it because he's way smarter than I am.
Yeah, so what happens is this here isn't actually very strong, and it's taking all of the way to the car, whereas this is the original where your spring used to be.
So this is taking now all of the weight of the vehicle, and it's already started to bend upwards.
You can see, like, it actually started to bend up.
Yeah.
And you guys know we're gonna be towing a trailer behind this. And Zach was actually the one who was like, hey man, we should probably reinforce this. I was like, dude, I forgot to order like the kit to actually reinforce it. And Zach's like, kit? Well, just give me some metal and a grinder and I'll make it for you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's been doing. You can
so
see.
I'll just tidy up my plates and
Yeah.
and I'll do some stitches along the seams and make it a bit stronger, and should be all right.
Yeah, super sick. So that's gonna be all good. We're not gonna have to worry about that anymore. And also, we dropped the car off 2 days ago now. It's been crazy. Zach, how crazy has it been?
That's been nuts.
It's been nuts.
It's been nuts. I'm very sore.
Yeah, and we still ended up having some fun. We did go mountain biking yesterday, which we got some cool clips for you guys, and I'm really excited to share that with you. We absolutely killed it, and we're still alive to talk about it. It's great. This is you guys' first day.
Yeah. First day.
And we're here at Thunder Mountain, shredding the gnar. Zach has been fucking an animal, dude. This is one of Ryan's first times.
Yeah.
So he's a little slow behind the pack, but hey, he's fucking doing it. You're holding your own. You only crashed once.
Yeah, only once.
But it's because, so get this, for the Americans. So in New Zealand, the front brake is on the right side.
Yeah, that's got me once or twice.
Yeah. Dan said the jumps are really steep, so they just boot you straight up. So we're gonna find out. So
We're fucked.
we're fucked.
Yeah,
We're fucked.
Might
So
be a broken limb.
enjoy.
Don't kill me.
I need a second. I'm about to throw up. Oh. Oh! Woo!
You went big on that last.
Dude, I almost died, bro. I cleared half the fucking landing. Anyways, Nils, he welded me up this hitch. We ended up making a deal. He was like, yo, just give me some tires. I'm going drifting soon. Give me some tires and I'll hook you up with a hitch. So he made this, he reinforced it every which way he can. We got a new brace there. We got a new brace there. We still have a brace there and there. This will allow me to put a 2-inch receiver behind this and tow an enclosed trailer. And obviously we're doing the reinforcement so those coilovers don't punch through. All of that got done. Honestly, I don't even know what else to tell you because everything's been fucking crazy. It's kind of crazy what you could do when you actually have like the proper team. Speaking of the proper team, you guys know from last video, we've been talking about bringing the 350Z on Drift Week. That is still a thing. We're just bringing this as like kind of a fail-safe. Obviously, building a car in one night isn't an easy thing, but Chris has been busting ass over at his shop. So I'm gonna give him a second to kind of show you what the car is like. That thing's gonna be done tomorrow. Take it away, Chris.
Hey Ruddy, what's up, buddy? So I'm actually just getting back home from Kissimmee. I stopped by the Z plug. They hooked you up with some bumpers for the Z. You got a front and rear for this car and a rear for the maroon car that you guys picked up last week. We have been hard at work with this. These are OEM side skirts I had laying around. So these are gonna go in the car. We got rid of that junky body kit that was on the car. It's yours, you can take it if you want, it's here. Or if someone needs that kit in Florida, let me know. You can have it if Chris is cool with it. So me and Donnie been hard at work on this thing. I got all the body work done. If you guys remember, this quarter was caved in like a soccer ball. Got it pulled out with a slide hammer. Got the body line back. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. We weren't going for perfection on this car. This is a 2-day turnaround, and we're kind of just getting it ready for Drift Week. So there was a couple dings and dents we fixed along the way. Donnie's been hard at work on this. There was some paint fading here. This car's been painted probably, what would you say, 6 times, I think we counted. So yeah, So it went like maroon, or it went like factory orange, then black, maroon, orange. But like it was weird, but it's been painted a bunch. It's taped up. We have some other stuff to finalize on it, and then this will get painted as well. Unfortunately, when Chris took his thumbnail picture last time, he stood on the roof and cracked this A-pillar trim, and that's $400 mistake. But we're gonna paint that to color match the car, just because we don't have one right now, and we want to get the car back to Virginia to get this thing ready for Drift Week. So it's been rough, but we're getting it. If you are interested in this build, there will be a video posted on my channel when it's done. Infamous Pendarvis on Instagram or Chris Pendarvis on YouTube. Make sure you guys go over, watch a video. If you like it, feel free to subscribe. I really appreciate the support. I got a bunch of other stuff going on as well. We still have the Ricer, the E36, all Chris's junk, and my projects here too. So we're gonna get back to it. We got a long night ahead of us, so we'll see you in Florida.
All right, so you guys see what Chris is going through right now. It's absolutely insane. Like, when he has a deadline, that motherfucker can meet that deadline, and he always overachieves it. On top of that, we got Mark over at his house. You guys know that Matt delivered the red 350Z over to Mark. He's been cleaning it out, washing the car, doing a bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna give Mark the camera for a second, and he's gonna update you over in Maryland.
All right, yeah, so like Chris said, I mean, I'm here at the shop. I've been trying to clean this place up for him. We got his car here right now. It looks really maroon, like not in the sun, but it looks so good with these wheels on it. And I, did a quick wash on it, trying to get it to shine up a little bit. It looks way better on camera, I'll tell you that. It's got some, overspray and stuff like that, but it'll clean up for sure. So we got this here. I've been kind of, doing a couple things, making it a little nicer. I cleaned the inside out. This seat needs to be replaced, probably with some buckets or something. But we got plans for this car. We don't really need to talk about this one so much, but I've been doing some things for it. And cleaning up the shop to get it ready for him bringing the other car here so that we can completely rip it apart and get him ready for Drift Week with that. And he told me that GK Tech is helping him out, so shout out them for really helping the boy out. It's going to be sick having all that stuff being done in this shop. Like, I've done builds in here and all that kind of stuff, but having it done with friends makes work so much fun and easier, in my opinion. But yeah, so I mean, I have his car in here now. I'm really just been pulling it in and out all damn day and past couple days to see how much room I really need. I got my Fox body here that I'm going to probably pull out just to give us that much more room. And it's going to be a good time. I mean, we're going to have music and stuff like that playing, and it'll be stressful, but it'll be fun. So we got his car here, and we're going to have more, and it's just going to be a good old time. A lot of work to do, but we're going to get it done, especially for him because he's helped me out. That's kind of what we've been doing is like he helps me, I help him, and it's been awesome. So we're going to keep having more things happening, and let's get this car.
So yeah, I don't know if he mentioned it yet, but Mark is actually flying to Florida for me, and he's gonna be picking up the 350Z tomorrow. So, and driving it all the way back to Maryland. He's got a bunch of boys and everything to kind of help out and stuff. And he's letting us all stay at his house because he's only an hour away from Summit Point. So that does save us a few bucks because obviously all this shit is super expensive. It's super stressful, but I think it makes for great content. And I am super hyped about Drift Week. I've been super nervous, but honestly, with everyone kind of coming together, helping out, it's been a huge help. And I do want to give a huge shout out to GK Tech. I hit up my buddy Dan, Officer Dan, if you don't know him, his Instagram's right here. And I was like, hey man, I'm doing this thing. If you guys want to be on board, I would love to have you. Dan and GK Tech was absolutely hyped on the idea. They're like, Chris, anything you need, let us know. We're gonna overnight it over to Mark's house so we can get this project going for you. So GK Tech is sending a huge delivery to Maryland. If you guys need anything for your car, definitely go down to the link below. Check out GK Tech. We're gonna be using their products through Drift Week. They're sending us a bunch of stuff and I am super, super grateful for them. It is awesome. And now we still need a couple more parts. So I'm actually making a list on Drift HQ right now. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna call Duarte here in about a couple minutes. I'm gonna see if they have all those parts in stock. And when Mark flies into Orlando, Chris and Mark are gonna go to Drift HQ. They're gonna pick up all the parts. Mark's gonna throw the parts into the 350Z and he's gonna drive it all the way to Maryland. This is absolutely chaotic. This is crazy. I can't believe we're fucking spread. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. Follow along. It's gonna be an absolute awesome trip, and I'm super excited for it. All right, boys. Well, it's absolute madness at the shop. We have one more person coming for Drift Week, and I gotta go pick her up at the airport right now at JFK. So the boys are gonna hold down the fort. They're gonna be working on the drift car and getting things done. Ryan's putting on his livery. There's one more thing I didn't tell you. When I installed my fuel cell, I was unaware that you need to insulate from the fuel cell to the chassis. So it's just literally bolted metal to metal. Aluminum is really brittle, so over time, as it rattles, as it vibrates, it can crack. So we actually ended up just buying this good old yoga mat from Walmart for 17 bucks. We're gonna just cut that up, put it underneath the fuel cell, and that should insulate it enough so we would never have any cracking issues. So with that all being said, I'm gonna head out. Matt's gonna get some B-roll of all the boys working. We're gonna grind it out. Fuck, man, this is hype. I'm really excited. Follow along, because it's just gonna get more wild.
Something like that. Not hot? Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot, yeah. You're just fucking buried in it?
Yeah, I'm used to it. I've lost the sensation in my hands.
Oh, that's not good.
That is gonna work.
Fantastic. All right, it's not done, but Ryan and me, we got it pretty good. As you can see, there's still other stuff. This is what the livery is supposed to look like. So, little extra bits and stuff like that. I guess some issues we ran into. You want to talk about them?
That's what happens when you do this from the other side of the world, I guess. But we didn't have a car to scale it off or anything, so my girlfriend did it. She did a good enough job, so it'll work. It'll look good from a distance, and then we'll make it happen.
It'll look good sliding, which is the important bit.
Yeah, that's all it's got to do. But yeah, happy with how it turned out at least. Glad with the colours and that. So.
The colors look fire. I guess give it off to Chris. See ya.
All right, boys. Well, I just got to New York City. As you can see, all of the boys in the shop, they are killing the game. I can't thank Ryan and Zach enough for helping me out with everything. And it's going to be a killer week. So definitely stay tuned. Don't forget to go down in the description below. 30 times entry for RK Tunes F80 giveaway. That car is just absolutely insane. It's very beautiful, making 500 horsepower. That thing could be sitting in your driveway very soon. So get on it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.